All right. Why is it at 22 seconds? I'm gonna have to edit this video. This is weird. As soon as I press record, it jumped to 25 seconds. All
Mine
right.
says 6 seconds, 7 seconds,
Really? Mine's
whatever.
31, 32. So, anyways, we're recording, so it's not waste time worrying about the
Yo,
clock.
everyone, what's good? How we
What up?
doing? Whoa!
Meet me in the basement, number 15, my guys. What's up,
Nobody's in the
dude?
basement. Actually, oh,
I
you're in
am.
the basement. You're in the
Yeah, for a
basement. Word.
change. What's up?
What's
The one
good?
time our title makes sense. So, meet me in the basement, episode 15. As always, if you could like and subscribe, I appreciate that very much because I'm a very egotistical person and I like watching those numbers go up. That is the
Yeah, we
only
need him.
reason.
We need him. We need him up. We need him up. Love it.
Yes, sir. In fact, if you didn't see our last episode, we interviewed this band from the UK called Fangs Out. Great freaking episode. Amazing
Great
episode.
blokes. Great
Nobody
blokes.
better. Yeah, that was fun. So we got a few more band interviews we're going to be announcing soon. No dates yet, so we're not going to give you too much information, but we will be doing more of those. We got a lot going on. So we're obviously going to talk about UFC 259. Um,
Yes.
a lot of fucking drama involved in that card, but we'll get into it a little bit later. The first thing I want to give a shout out to Tom Pags is making his pro debut today,
Yes,
baby.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yep, on UFC Fight Pass. So
What's it? Cage Fury?
yeah, it's CFFC, but they list it as Cage Fury on the UFC Fight Pass because they don't want anyone to be able to find it. Apparently, so like they literally says Cage Fury nowhere and CFC or CFFC nowhere. So like if you
What do
can
you
put
mean?
the pieces
It,
together
it
and say
says
Cage
nowhere.
Fury Fighting Championship, but it doesn't actually say either one. Like their promotion all says CFFC and all of their actual videos say Cage Fury or Cage Fighters or whatever. So it's like,
Weird.
yeah, I'm trying to find it. Now I've passed it like 1,000 times on Fight Pass. I'm like, where the fuck is this thing? But it's there. So Cage Fury, I think it's 92. You can watch it on Fight Pass. By the time this episode comes out, it'll already happen. But
Yes, sir.
I think he's the second fight on the card. So definitely tune into that. Kids, dude, they drove all the way to Pennsylvania just to make a pro debut. He didn't
Yeah,
want
it's
to
dope.
wait.
That's dope.
Yeah, because I mean, there's a lot of local fighters around here that we love and we want to see fighting, but there's just no fights going on. So,
Yeah, for
uh,
them to be able to get this all set up, the kid just made his pro debut like what last year, and he
no,
hasn't
yeah,
even been able to
this
fight. Was it this
no,
year?
this is his pro debut. He was the
Well,
amateur champion.
no, I mean like he like came out as a pro, whatever, last year.
I mean, that doesn't mean anything until you have your pro fight. You
Well,
can
that's what
say
I'm
I'm
saying.
gonna be a
He's
pro,
well,
but
he came out as a pro last year, and now he's finally getting that pro fight.
no, you're making no sense. He's making his pro
He
debut.
signed a pro contract
But
last
he
year.
wasn't a pro fighter until he has a pro fight.
Okay, whatever,
Today,
man.
today he's making his pro debut. He didn't debut as a
Okay,
pro a year ago. He's debuting as a pro.
all right, man.
Like what? Fucking yeah! Conor McGregor just signed with the UFC. I know he has 9 fights in the UFC, but he's officially a UFC fighter.
All right, fuck this. I'm leaving. Fuck you.
Yeah, peace out. He's coming back. Don't worry. So Tom Pagliarillo, um, definitely butchering that. Tom Pags, he is a New England cartel fighter, and him, Tyson, Calvin, Rob, they're all down in PA, putting the miles in, doing the weight cut. I'm very excited to see this happen. We've been waiting a long time. If Glenn could come back any moment, that would be awesome. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna end the broadcast. Fuck, what an asshole! I can't believe he just signed off like that. He's such a dick. Like, who does that? Fuck him. Fuck him. I'll continue the episode on my own. You want to be an asshole? So, damn it, what an asshole! Oh, he's back. He's back. Just in time. I was just about to end the broadcast.
I did not mean to exit out of it, actually.
Oh, you didn't? That was a total accident.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. You watch this back. I'm like, what a piece of shit. What a fucking asshole. Just talking mad shit as soon as he left. But yeah, it's gonna be huge. I don't know the name of the kid he's fighting. I should because I'm reporting on this stuff, but I'm an asshole and forget already. Um,
Unreal.
but it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. I'm really excited. Tom's got some excellent boxing. Obviously, everyone coming out of the cartel does.
Oh yeah.
Um, one of his best counters is he'll parry and then hit the cross with the same hand.
Hmm.
Fucking light quick. So be on the lookout for that. Also, obviously, he's a decorated wrestler, so if I could go anywhere, the kid's dominant everywhere. I believe he's amateur champion in 2 different promotions. So kid's just taking names, and he's finally making that pro debut, and I'm down for it, man.
Oh
Especially
yeah,
on Fight
man.
Pass, it's huge. His first pro fight is on a UFC
So yeah,
website. That's
something connected to UFC. That's a big thing. I told
exactly.
you that kid will be on Contender Series soon,
Oh,
guaranteed. He
absolutely.
gets he gets some good fights under his belt. A pro dude, he'll be on Contender Series, guaranteed.
Definitely. And I mean, with him having the connections already, there's been some people on Contender Series. Granted, that's a great show with a lot of great talent. There's been a lot of people on there with not hugely deep records, so we could be seeing
Yeah,
him
I
on
mean,
there
like
potentially in a year.
5-0 records. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
freaking 8-1 records, shit like
Didn't some
that.
kid that was 3-0 just get signed to the UFC off a Contender Series? He had like 3
Maybe
fights.
probably got a developmental deal or something.
Yeah, I think
So
that's what it was.
that's what Danny usually gives the kids that have like younger, like small, like shorter records.
Absolutely.
Gives them developmental deals. Maybe even fucking send them over to what do you call it? Tough.
What?
The new season of Tough.
Yeah, I think it's a little early in his career for that. I could see Contender
I'm not
Series
saying I'm not
because
saying Tom. I'm just saying the kid, whatever that Dana signed at 3-0.
oh yeah, that makes sense. That'd be cool. That's supposed to be coming this year, they say, but I've no dates yet. We don't even know what weight class it's gonna be.
I don't know. Yeah, I think it'd be probably closer to like maybe lightweight or something. Either
Maybe.
lightweight or like maybe like featherweight something. I
Hmm.
feel like that's what they'll do.
You know, it would be a sick tough. We've been talking about wanting Colby and George to do it, but I just
Hmm.
changed my mind. You know who I want it?
What do you want?
I want Izzy and Darren Till as coaches.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah,
I
that'd be
don't
so
think they would.
sick.
I don't think they would put Darren on there, dude. He would
They
talk
would.
too
He's a
much
funny
shit.
guy.
I know
Dude,
he is. He's a
he'd keep the
personality,
viewership up.
definitely. He's
Yeah,
definitely
he
a
actually has
personality.
he has a new podcast actually. It's called Opinions and Arseholes. Everybody's got one. It's awesome though if you can understand him. He fucking talks like this, mate.
I
That was
know,
super
dude. He's
Irish.
pretty ridiculous. Did you
I'm
see him?
actually. What's up?
Oh, good. Oh, did you
No,
see?
I
Did
was
you
just
see him
gonna do a
talking
racist
to
impression.
Ariel? Yeah, don't do that.
I mean, he's white, so it's not that racist. So.
Did you see him talking to Ariel about he's like, I'm not scared of fucking anyone and except Yoel Romero, but he's over in Bellator now.
Yeah,
So
so fuck him.
where the fuck are you, Yoel? Where are you?
Dude, he's
Calling him out
fucking
now that he's in
hilarious.
a new freaking promotion.
Yeah, he's literally
Attaboy.
driving in his car, like fucking
Yeah.
while doing a video interview.
Big black eye.
Oh yeah, tells the man. He was actually talking. He's like legitimately serious too. It's not like a joke. He really wants to be a part of Mike Perry's team. He thinks he can really help Mike out, and he's like really genuinely wants to help Mike. So hopefully Mike Perry
We'll
decides to
see.
be smart and jump on that. That'd be sick.
Dude, I can't see Mike getting any more losses without getting cut. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you see that? Actually, they did an Instagram live together, him and Mike Perry. Did you see that?
No.
It was pretty wholesome, man. Like, because they do have a little bit of a rivalry after the whole spar thing, and then Mike was talking shit because Darren said the whole raw dog your girl thing. We don't need to get
Yeah.
into it, but Perry
Everyone
got
knows
real
it at this
pissed.
point.
Yeah, Perry got real pissed, but then they were talking on Instagram Live. They were video chatting each other, and Till was like, "Dude, I really want to see you get some wins, man." And Mike's like, "I know, man." Like, they're really like, it wasn't like a competitive moment. It was a moment of one fighter having respect for another and like genuinely trying to help him. And I did
Yeah.
not see that coming with Till because he's a bit of a shit talker. So like
Yeah.
when I saw that, I was like, "Dude, yes, I love
He's a
this."
legit dude, regardless. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
mean, you saw him talking about, legit being scared going in the cage. You know what I mean? He was
I
one of
know.
the first guys to really come out and talk about that shit.
He's
Like,
just genuinely honest all the time. Like he doesn't lie about anything. Doesn't
yeah,
exaggerate. He believes what he believes. He'll tell you
I
how
say
it is.
good for him. You know what I mean? Good for him.
Exactly. So if he can get some wins, him versus Izzy is going to be a huge fight. That'd be freaking
Absolutely.
awesome. I mean, anytime you got the champion calling you out, you're doing something right, right?
He just needs to keep his fucking chin down, man.
That he needs to be a lot more active.
Yeah, way more active. You can't just bounce around and like chase after the guy the whole time. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Which is
throwing the
what I feel
body
like.
kick with no setup.
Yeah, he needs to be more precise about the way he goes out. He needs to have a game plan. I feel like he doesn't have a legit game plan. He just thinks that he's going to touch him with the left hand and knock him out.
I don't know if that's. I feel like he looks for counters more than anything. He doesn't. So he sits back and like he does walk forward, but he doesn't like to be the first one to throw a strike. And I think
Yeah,
that has something to do with this Tyron Woodley fight where he jumped in with that uppercut cross, and
yeah.
Tyron just freaking cracked him with the overhand right. Ow.
So
But yeah, I didn't mean to, but I wasn't looking, so I like actually cracked myself.
nice, bro.
Oh yeah, meet me in the basement,
Killing it,
bro. Nothing but professionals over here, punching themselves in
killing,
the face.
killing it.
So yeah, that'd be huge. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, who knows? We might get an announcement soon, but I doubt that'll be the actual coaches. But it would be cool. It's definitely what I want to see.
I think if anything, it's going to be Masvidal and Usman.
Masvidal. I'd see Covington. I wouldn't see Usman.
I don't think George wants to do it with Covington. He's like, I'm not going to do it with
I
him.
don't think
I
Kamaru has
saw
a.
like an interview.
What's that?
I saw an interview with George saying where he's like, I'm not going to give that dude the shine. Talking about
Yeah.
doing it with Colby.
Here's my thing. I don't think Kamaru would do it I think Kamaru would make it extremely difficult on the UFC and be like, I want $1 million fucking dollars and I'm the fucking guy. Plus, let's be honest, man. Kamaru does
I'm a
not come
fucking
off.
problem.
Dude, I like Kamaru. I'm gaining a lot of respect. Not that I didn't have respect for him, but he's grown on me a lot. But
Yeah.
he's fucking horrible on camera, man. He's
Oh
so
yeah,
bad.
he's not great.
He's
Not great at
constantly sticking his
personality.
foot in his mouth and like, have you seen the interview with Dominick Cruz trying to talk to Kamaru? And Kamaru's like, I'll just do whatever I want. And Dom's like, okay, but like, how are you going to win? He's like, however I want. He's like, that's not an answer. And Tom's like, just say something that makes sense, man. Like,
give me something here, man.
yeah.
We're
So
flustering.
I think Kamaru's. See, here's what I think happens with Kamaru on camera. I think Kamaru is genuinely a very nice person, but he doesn't
Yeah,
want
he
to be.
is. He
I don't think he
is.
wants to be known that way. So he's very fake on camera. And if you're an asshole, people will still like you as long as you're
Yeah.
actually an asshole. But when you act like an asshole, but we know you're not, it just kind of comes off weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it doesn't. It
It
doesn't.
feels like
really
you're
work.
trying to sell me your personality. It's just like, just be yourself, dude. You know? He's
Mhm.
cool. I've seen him go crazy rounds with Michael Johnson and Chandler and Jim. Like, he's a fucking badass, man. You just
Yeah.
stop faking the personality, and I guarantee you, your fans will skyrocket.
Yeah,
But
exactly. Was that
this is my opinion.
Was that video that Michael Chandler posted the other day? Was that with Kamaru? It looked like Kamaru. Him
Probably
wrestling
they.
with Kamaru.
Oh, with him wrestling, does
Yeah.
Chandler like go under the legs and come up on the back, and then they
Yeah,
kind of
he
roll?
rolls.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
rolls
Kamaru.
over his. But yeah, it looked like Kamaru. I couldn't tell though
Yeah,
because
dude,
it's like Kamaru
Kamaru,
facing away from him.
have you seen Kamaru's wars with Michael Johnson? They go
Oh yeah,
full
oh yeah. They freaking
hard, dude.
swing, bro.
Yeah, man.
They
And then like,
swing.
you hear the bell ring, and then like people will literally have to break them up. They're talking mad. You're like,
Yeah,
"Fuck
they're
you,
just
bitch!"
standing there
Like,
in each other's face, like what, what,
yeah,
what?
exactly. No one backs down, dude. I love that, man. So
Yeah,
he's a badass, dude.
That's warrior mentality, dude. Warrior
Yeah.
mentality.
If Kamara could just start being real, I think his career would explode. Because like obviously he's great. He's whatever it is, 19-1. He has like one defeat in his entire career. He's a
Mhm.
champion. So I'm not saying anything against him as a fighter. I just think that he'd be getting a lot more money and a lot more fans if he was just a lot more true to his actual character. Because like I said, he's a very nice guy. He just doesn't want to. He doesn't want us to
Look,
think he's weak for being nice,
look what I
which is
said with Johnny
unfortunate.
Bones, dude. I was like, Johnny Bones needs to embrace that freaking the inner demon in him and just
Embrace the asshole.
be that heel, be that
Yeah,
heel. And now he's
exactly,
doing that, and look at dude, he's skyrocketed as like
exactly,
as far
man.
as popularity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no one wants to see Johnny Bones Jones fucking quoting the Bible, dude.
Yeah,
Nobody, not a single
exactly.
person. No one cares.
No
It's
one
like,
cares. Talk
bro,
shit, bro.
you're an
Be who
asshole.
you are. Be who
Yeah,
you are.
we know you're an asshole. You've gotten a hit and run with a pregnant lady.
Yeah, like it is what it is. You
Fucking
made
people that
mistakes. Now
yeah,
fucking be that guy.
people that genuinely quote the Bible don't pull shit like that. They sit around and wait for the officer and like check on the lady, not
Yeah.
dip out and then come back for your bowl so you don't get arrested. Like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? So that's what I'm saying. He just needs to be true to his character. I don't care if you're a nice guy or if you're an asshole. Just be
Yeah.
who you actually are. You know, just like us. Just like us. I'm a piece of shit. I got to start acting like it. I try to fool everyone into thinking I'm nice. Not true.
Not true.
No, not at all. So speaking of nice guys, Tim Elliot, baby.
Atta
Tim
boy.
Elliot, dude, he was mean in that fight. Because like
Yeah.
obviously Tim Elliott's aggressive, but
Who did he fight
dude,
again? Jordan Espinoza, huh?
Jordan Espinoza, yeah, he was like rubbing his elbow in his
Yeah, I
nose.
literally
And
had him
shit.
down. He's like, oh, and he's talking shit the whole time.
Oh
Literally,
yeah,
he's not even dropping elbows. He's just grinding his elbow into his face,
right on
all
his
over his
nose,
face.
breaking up the cartilage.
Oh, dude,
So
so rough.
I believe I told you, but the UFC, like we said, he was talking a bunch of shit to Jordan Espinoza in the fight. The
Yeah.
UFC cut the mic, so we couldn't hear what they were saying until one very brave person decided to release a video of them octagon side so you could actually hear what they were saying.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Jordan Espinoza's ex had hit up Tim Elliot and said, "Hey man, I really need a favor from you. Could you just beat the shit out of Jordan Espinoza, please? Because he was actually my ex, and he abused the shit out of me and beat me." And she sent him a bunch of pictures with bruises on her neck from him being choked. So that's what Elliot was saying.
Basically human garbage.
Yeah, so that's what Elliot was saying. Oh, you like to put your hands on women? Oh, dude, I am so proud of him for that. Like,
Yeah.
not just for
No,
winning the fight,
seriously.
but for being like, "Fuck you!" Like, let
Yeah.
him and let me know what you think of this. I know that they're not allowed to swear or talk about shit like that because it was on ESPN. I
Yeah.
really think they should have left that in there.
It's a national sports network. I doubt they're gonna do that. You know what I mean? Maybe if it was still Spike or something like that, that
Yeah,
a different story. But
Here's
But
my view on it though.
yeah,
Why I think it should be allowed. Why they should have played it. We need to know if that guy's a fucking asshole. We shouldn't be fucking like us. Be yourself. Don't be a domestic abuser though. Like
yeah, no shit.
so for Tim to shine a light on this and then to show everyone what a pussy that guy actually no, he's a pro fighter, so I don't want to call a pro fighter a pussy. But anyone who puts their
He hits
hands on a
women. He hits
woman,
women.
fuck
The
you.
pussy.
You're a
Yeah.
fucking bitch and I'll cut your balls off. Simple as that. Like
Say less.
so yeah, exactly. Like you're not a man. So to see Tim Elliott show the world, hey, these type of people, they're not tough guys. They're fucking losers. They're bottom of the barrel scum. I hope they cut Jordan Espinoza. I hope I never fucking see him again. And right
Yeah.
on Tim
No shit.
Elliott for doing that. Honestly.
Seriously. No, I
Yeah.
agree with you. I agree with you. And
So
he beat the fuck out of him the whole fight.
oh, it was not even close. It was so
He
aggressive.
ground him down. Yeah, he would, dude. Tim like he had a fire underneath him, and Tim's been
Oh
looking
yeah,
good lately. You know what I mean? And Tim never
yeah.
really looked bad. You know what I mean? Even his
No,
bad performances, he's still going out
he's a
and giving it
perennial
his all.
contender. Yeah,
Yeah,
he'll always be at the
seriously.
top. May never be
He's
champion, but he'll always be up there.
yeah, he's a great fighter, dude. Honestly, I would love to see Tim Elliott versus like freaking versus Figueiredo. I think that'd be a killer fight.
Yeah, Tim Elliott would probably get smashed up though. Figueiredo's like that guy's like a bear. Like he's not even a
He's
human.
huge too for 125, man. Like
Even
he's
like when he's
so
on the
big.
side, he's so strong. Like he's
Mm,
just physically just bullies people, dude. Like,
yeah,
dude, he murdered Joey Benavidez 3 times in that second fight. 3 times, Joey Benavidez.
dude,
I was like,
so bad.
you're dead. Like, how are you
Yeah,
not? How are you living? Like, it was
rough.
gross.
That was rough to watch.
Yeah, I almost
Even
wanted to
even
turn away.
even
Like, it was,
even seeing Joey lose last week, it was rough. It was rough.
yeah,
Joey
yeah.
needs a win,
Joey's,
man.
no, I think Joey needs to retire. To be honest with you,
You think
his
so?
techniques just aren't going to work anymore. Like, he throws punches
Yeah.
like this, and like he's fast, so it used to work. But people's just they've elevated, man. Like
It's dude, the
the
game's
double leg
different.
to
The
a
game's
kneecap's not
different.
going to work. Yeah, exactly.
hmm
People have evolved. They've been watching you fight for however long it's been, probably 12 years. They know
Yeah,
all
no
your
shit.
moves. If you're not, you can stay exactly where you are with skill level. You're still going to face losses when you've been in the UFC that long because not only has the game evolved, but everyone knows what you're doing. You have to steadily be improving if you want to stay at the top. You can't
Yeah.
you
You
can't
got all these
plateau.
young guys, dude, too, that they have. I mean, I hate to say it, a lot more fire probably than Joey's got in him now. You know what I mean? Joey's been
I
fighting since
actually
WEC days, dude. Like, you know what I
I
mean?
do
It's
kind of disagree with that because the way you see Joey fight, he's super fucking aggressive and like he
yeah,
wants that win.
obviously he's still got fire, dude. But I just think these young, hungry guys are after it a lot more than he is at this point.
Yeah. See, for me,
Like,
I think the fire's still there, and I think he wants it just as bad. I just think that that's not a tool that's going to win you fights anymore. You can't just
mhm.
want it more than the other guy. If you're both matched with skills, wanting it'll push you a little bit ahead. But when the guys start to get past you a little bit, just being aggressive isn't going to win you the fight, man.
Who did he go against anyway? Who did he fight? Was it Askarov or whatever the hell?
I don't even remember.
Yeah,
My
Askarov.
does for that, like, oh, you know. So, but yeah, there was a lot of drama. We're gonna get into some more drama. So my boy Dominick Cruz returned, and I was very excited about that. It was an excellent
Yeah,
fight. Let's talk
great
about the
fight,
actual fight
great fight,
because we're not assholes. So the
dude.
fight,
Freaking oh
um,
man, great fight for both the guys too. Honestly, Casey Kenny
yeah,
too did great, fantastic.
yeah. So Kenny's game plan was to try to copy what Cejudo did and just beat up the legs, and it wasn't working
Yeah.
for him at first. He started landing the leg kicks later on in the fight, but
hmm
what Dom did was impressive. So Dom goes out, and the first second he shoots for a takedown.
Yep.
He's nowhere near getting it. But what he does now is he gets his opponent to kind of drop his guard a little bit and start worrying about the
Oh
takedowns.
yeah.
So as soon as Casey Kenny starts being even with him on the feet, shoot another takedown, make him worry about that. Even if he doesn't get it, you keep shooting those takedowns and you take them out of their striking game a little bit.
Hell yeah,
So
absolutely.
it was fucking brilliant. It was absolutely
That's like one of the few ways to take Kenny out, dude. You've seen it before, dude. Kenny has a little bit harder time with wrestlers, even though I mean he's like what an NCAA wrestler or something like
dude.
that, wasn't he?
He stuffed a shit ton of takedowns in the beginning. So I wouldn't even
Oh,
say that he
yeah.
has trouble with wrestlers. It's just that Dominick Cruz doing that diminished his striking a little bit and made Dominick
Mhm.
Cruz able to win on the feet. So fucking genius. Dominic hasn't lost a step. His footwork just fucking amazing. He
Oh
took
yeah,
a couple
absolutely.
punches, so his chin's still there. He didn't look hurt. He didn't get knocked. Actually, I was a little surprised because Dom has been knocked down quite a few times, but
hmm
he doesn't get finished, but he'll be flash knocked down. Not once. Not once. He was
Yep.
stayed up. He was in the pocket, firing back. And another thing I love about Cruz too. Continue because I've been talking a
Uh,
bunch. What were you gonna
no,
say?
I think Kenny had a tough time dealing with Cruz's movement. You know what I mean? He really like. I mean, everyone does, but that was like really the main thing for me is I could see the whole time Kenny was really having a difficult time reading Dom
Exactly.
all the way through it.
Exactly. And the thing too that Dom does, if you hurt Dom, most people when you hurt them, they'll kind of back off and be like, "Oh fuck, I don't want that to happen." If you hurt Dom, he's gonna start blitzing fucking overhands from both sides at you and just try to get it back.
Those are
He's
so
not the kind to back
ridiculous,
down.
though. He like freaking just like dips and swings and swings. I'm like, oh my god, he can get
He was
reckless with
landing
that
though.
shit, dude.
He was
Sometimes, but
landing,
not
and
all
he
the
was.
time.
See what he does too, though, is he pays attention to what you're doing while he does that. So as he dips his head, he's legitimately rolling punches as he does it. So you're
Yeah,
missing him, and he's fucking cracking you, and he's showing the judges he might have hit me with one, but I'm gonna hit him with five right now. So don't even fucking worry about that one that he landed. You know what I'm saying? He gets
mhm.
it back every time. You kick Dom in the leg, he's gonna kick you back twice as hard. You punch Dom in the face, he's gonna hit you 4 or 5 times in the face. He has that in him. Even if he's winning with a different game plan, he will abandon it for a couple seconds just to get that moment back. So I
Yeah.
love that. What'd you think of his call out?
What a Hans Molenkamp?
Yeah, I mean, we like Hans Molenkamp. He's cool. Like
Yeah,
I
I mean,
love following his Instagram, but
yeah, I mean, the dude breaks bats with the shins. You know what I mean?
yeah,
You don't see that often, but I mean, from what everything that I've heard about it, it seems like Dom's just in everything he's saying about the guy. I personally, when I first saw it, I thought he was like just joking, like buddy buddy type
same
thing.
here. Hmm.
Like I thought like he was just calling out a friend on live television. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just kind of
Just to
hyping
be
him
like,
up.
yeah. But apparently Hans is actually kind of a dick.
So I mean, what people are saying is he is a nice guy, but the business practices are a little fucked up. So what I'm gonna do, I have some quotes here. I have one from Dana White and one from Ali Abdelaziz, who, he's a shit talker, so we'll take it with a grain of salt. But with everything
Yeah,
else,
I don't know about Ali, but
well, I mean, with everything else, Ali didn't say anything that didn't line up perfectly with what everyone else was saying.
yeah,
So Ali said, "Today, Dominick Cruz shined a light on a very sad situation in MMA. This monster sponsorship guy is like a modern day slave master, making Hall of Fame UFC champions and some people I really respect kiss his ass. He tried to get some of my champions to play his game, but they will not do it. So for the reason, he never gave them a sponsor. He tried to have other managers to steal Henry Cejudo from me to offer a monster deal to leave me. But we already know that I body bagged them, and we already know what kind of guy Henry really is, loyal as they come. Also, we had a situation with Cody, Kamaru, and they refused to sell their souls. His English isn't perfect, so excuse some of this doesn't make 100% sense since I'm trying to go with it. Refused to sell their souls like Henry didn't. Monster is a great brand, Jesus Don, and is great for the sport, but this individual deserves an ass whooping. And then he tagged Kamaru, Cody, Kamaru again for some reason, and then Habib Nurmagomedov. So basically, what he's saying is he holds these sponsorship positions over the fighters' heads, and he's trying to manipulate the fighters away from their manager, which is always not a good look.
yeah.
Basically, what Dom was saying, you go over what Dom said, and then I'll go into Dana because I don't want to take all the time being an asshole right now with the mic.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Basically, Dom was just saying that this guy's like holding the contracts of everybody hostage. You know what I mean? Saying that this guy like if I honestly don't even remember totally what he said, but he was basically just saying that Han's kind of a Nazi with people's contracts and that he wanted to do a exhibition boxing match. Wasn't it a boxing match or was it
He
just an
didn't say what
exhibition
kind of
match?
fight, just charity.
Yeah, I just
Um,
want to do an exhibition match for charity or something like that, which I mean, Hans is is like a heavyweight, bro. He's freaking
yeah,
massive. I don't
yeah,
think
no joke.
I don't think that'd be a smart move on Dom, but
Imagine Dom just beat the shit out of him. Like, that'd be funny. I could see it. Dom's fucking crazy. Dude, apparently Dominick Cruz tried to fight Michael Bisping in a bar once. Like, they were talking, and you know how Bisping is. He'll pull your leg a little bit. I guess he said something to Dom that just stopped all jokes. Dom was like, bro,
pissed
like,
him right
let's throw
off.
down right now. So, but basically, what Dom was saying is that Hans will take the people that he has sponsored, and if they're not constantly commenting on his photos and taking pictures with them and liking everything he posts on his personal accounts, not Monster, on his personal accounts, then he will drop them and not pay them their
Yeah,
sponsorship money. So that's pretty fucked
which
up.
is yeah, it's pretty
Um,
crazy.
so let's talk about what Dana said. So a couple of years ago, Hans had made this big Instagram post talking about the day that he introduced Rob Dyrdek to Dana White, and now Dana and Rob are best friends because of him. So Dana saw that and was not very happy. I have Dana's comment right here.
Yeah, he was talking all sorts of shit.
Yeah, so he goes, this is from Dana White. Biggest crock of shit ever. When I see every one of your posts, I think, is this guy fucking joking right now, or is he actually serious? I met you through Tiki when Tiki asked me to take a picture with the t-shirt he asked me to wear. I'm assuming you met most of the fighters through Tiki. You walk up to people and have someone secretly taking pictures and then post like you are in some meeting and posting corny shit like soaring with the Eagles. I usually just laugh and say, is he fucking serious right now? I don't exactly know what you do for Monster Energy, but it seems like you decide which fighters get a sponsorship and which ones doesn't. So I'm sure that's why they let you post the crazy shit, like you attempting to spar with them and other goofy shit. I didn't become, quote, best friends with Rob through you, and you are far from being the guy who, quote, influences the influencers. Stop blowing smoke up everyone's ass. Hashtag real talk. So,
Strong words.
yeah. And I mean, Dana White's the president of the
Strong
company.
words.
So if
Yeah.
Dana someone saying that about an executive of one of their biggest sponsors, something must be going on. He's not going to
Yeah.
risk a sponsorship deal with Monster over taking it out on this one guy. So what do
Yeah.
you think? I mean, is that
I
okay
think
that Han?
it's true. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong.
I agree with you.
Hands down, that's wrong. You know what I mean? It's taking advantage of people's livelihoods, basically. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
To gain your own popularity, and it's one thing if you gain your popularity outside of it, and then you coexist with that new gain popularity that you're getting through this. But if you're taking advantage of somebody else to further yourself, I think it's wrong.
Yeah, to be honest with you, the only reason I ever even followed Hans was because I thought he was friends with all these fighters because they're always posting with them. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
this guy's like cool with them and he trains with them. Yeah, I want to see that. But now I'm finding out that that's all forced and they don't actually want to be there. That's just fucking low, man. Like if you're
yeah,
the
it's
man and they
kind of
want to train with
weird
you,
too. You know what I mean? It's kind
yeah.
of awkward.
Like if you're
I
such a
mean, I'm
badass and
sure
they want to train with you, then
some people like him. You know what I mean? From what I've seen, a lot of people do actually like him.
yeah,
But
like I said, they all say he's a nice guy, but this is pretty fucked up. You can't do that, man. Like I said, it's not
yeah,
like he's using them to promote Monster, the company that he works for, which is why he even has leverage over them. He's doing it
yeah,
on his personal accounts and in order to sell his Triumph United stuff and in order to get the interviews he wants to blow up his Instagram and get likes on photos and get his Instagram monetized. So he's doing it solely for personal gain, not for the benefit of the company or the fighters. That's where it becomes fucked up.
yeah.
So I mean, I don't know what it is. It'd be fucking hilarious if they actually put that fight together. I know they're not gonna, but that'd be so fucking funny. I would pay any amount of money to watch that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I would
So,
definitely watch it. I mean, I don't know if it'd be a good idea, but I'd be definitely watch it.
mm. So I got a little bit of a not so hypothetical question for you for our next topic. What would you say to me if I told you that a fighter just went in and had kind of a stalemate fight where not much happened and zero grappling took place, and then his coaches gave him his brown belt for that fight? What would you say about that?
I would say that's an unjust reason to give a brown belt, to be
I'd
honest
say it's
with you.
pretty weird. Yeah, it seems like you're
Yeah,
looking
it's
for
a
one of those
little.
moments to be posted on the UFC page and get a bunch of
Yeah,
likes, like kind of
yeah,
like what Hans was
exactly.
doing. So
Yeah, I think that's like trolling for likes. You know what I mean?
yeah, so a little weird. Unfortunately, that came from someone that I very much like in Alexander Rakic against
Yeah, he's a
Thiago
great, great
Santos.
fighter.
Yeah, I don't know if I say his last name right, but no one on the commentary team says it the same way. So
It's like Rakic.
Rakic. Yeah,
Yeah,
I always say
Rakic.
Rakic. I just say it how it's spelled. So if one of them gets it right, then I'll start listening to them. But until they all settle on a way to say it,
I
I
go
don't know.
off of John Anik. John Anik's the one that always knows, dude. He
Yeah, but he's the
always
fucking
knows.
Boston guy, so every once in a while he'll end up slipping in that little Boston accent kid, and then it kind of sounds a little
Kind
fucking
of.
weird.
He like very rarely lets the Boston out.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, it was a fun fight to watch, I guess, if you're super into striking like we are. Like I don't mind fights like that because it's
Hmm.
high stakes and anything can happen at any second. It is a little bit anticlimactic when you do hear that final buzzer and nothing did happen. But I mean, my heart rate's always fucking through the roof during those fights because you never know what's going to
Yeah,
happen.
and like I
So I
said,
mean,
I would have been cool with either one of those guys winning. So
yeah, it was close.
I
It was
thought it
definitely.
was very interesting.
I mean, it wasn't Derek Lewis versus Francis Ngannou. They were fighting, but it just
Yeah.
no one was very successful.
Dude, going into it, I was saying that this is going to be one of the fight of the nights right there,
Oh, yeah, Thiago Santos fought
and
John Jones for 5 rounds with one knee, and then he
yeah,
just doesn't.
and did well too. You know what I mean? One
Well,
rounds.
a lot of people think he won that fight. I don't know
Yeah,
if I agree with that, but it was fucking close. Yeah, exactly. But still, to do that on one knee,
Yeah,
Come
no,
on.
exactly. Very impressive.
He was
Extremely
throwing kicks
impressive.
with that leg during the
I
fight.
know.
Like,
He's doing wheel
insane.
kicks with
Yeah.
standing on the bad leg, throwing his other bad leg,
Yeah.
doing wheel kicks.
Dude, sometimes I stand up too quick and my whole knee pops out of place. Like,
No shit, bro.
and I'm healthy. Like,
That's
it's
what I'm
fucking
saying.
insane. So that was that fight. We'll see what happens with them next. I don't think anyone gets a title shot off of that fight for sure.
No, definitely not.
That's not Glover Teixeira is in line anyways. So,
Yeah,
but
exactly. If anything, Alexander Rakic will probably get somebody else, and
mhm,
then get a title shot if he wins that one.
absolutely. So, didn't really have too much to say about the light heavyweight division with that fight. It didn't really have too many implications, but it's fun. At least we know what happened between them two, so we don't have to
Yeah.
worry about matching them up later on. I would rather see that fight happen now and go the way it did than have them both be like number 2 and 3 and looking to get a title shot off of it and then have that kind of
Hmm.
performance. Because then it's like, how do you sell the pay per view? At least now
Yeah,
they have a chance
exactly.
to come back and have an impressive win. It is what it is. So we're gonna talk about Islam Makhachev, my man, Khabib.
Islam.
I'm very stoked on this guy. I always have been. If you've been watching the show, every
Seriously.
time we talk about him,
Khabib 2.0.
dude, he's got some shit Khabib doesn't. Like,
I know.
he
Dude, those
strikes, man.
sweeps he
Like,
has. Dude,
I
just
know the leg
he's
trips.
so slick. And he's honestly he's a pretty good boxer. You know what I mean? When it
Yeah, that's
comes
what I'm
down to it.
saying. Yeah, he is
He's-
just as good at grappling as Khabib, but he's willing to stand up with you too. He doesn't just shoot from like five
yeah,
miles away.
exactly.
I
Which I
mean,
mean,
Khabib did kind of. What were you
Habib's
gonna say?
gotten better. He's gotten better. He's gotten
Yeah,
better
I was
with
gonna
his
say that.
striking and with his defense. He's definitely gotten better. But still,
Hmm.
I think Islam's got to get him one step above him when it comes to striking, at least.
And even he's one step above him, definitely, but he's also 10 steps above him as far as willingness to strike. He's
Yeah.
willing to
No,
stand up there
absolutely,
with you.
absolutely,
Like, he's
absolutely.
not gonna dive on your legs. If he comes at you, he's gonna close the distance and clinch where you can still strike an elbow and then trip you. Like, it's a lot different than like Khabib will literally dive on your ankle from a mile away and then just slowly collect the leg and start to trip you. Makhachev doesn't give a fuck. I mean, he did actually dive on his leg at one point, but
Dude,
Makhachev will
his
strike with you.
sweeps though. Oh my god, his sweeps are ridiculous, bro.
Oh yeah. So I have
So
the
slick.
stats here somewhere. So for significant strikes, oh, that doesn't seem right.
Dober's no
15 and
slouch
25.
either.
No, Dober's legit. A lot of people were
No,
fucking
no
saying he's going to
slouch.
be the next challenger. Um, I think the stats I have are wrong because they say that there's only 15 strikes landed by Islam. Oh no, that's significant strikes. Total strikes was 102 out of 119, and Dober landed 14 out of 24 significant strikes. So pretty goddamn dominant.
Yeah.
I don't know what else you want. Um, I don't know with his
What
style.
else do you want?
Yeah, I mean it's literally like I don't know what else you can do. That was a fucking dominant ass fight.
Yeah.
Um,
Sucks to see too, because like I like Dober a lot.
I do too, but I'd rather see Islam make
I
it.
like Islam as well, but
You know what I want to see now after seeing this fight? I want to see Makhachev versus Chandler.
I want to see Makhachev Oliveira, but I would also like Makhachev Chandler.
I
Because I mean,
so
American wrestler versus Russian wrestler. You know what I mean?
yes, yes, especially with all the stuff Michael Chandler said about wanting to fight Habib. If you want to fight
Hmm.
Habib and you can't get through Islam, then good luck.
You fight his best friend.
Yeah, and if you want to impress Habib, you got to knock out Islam because Habib wants Islam to be champion. So
Yeah,
if you
exactly. If
go
you can
knock
make
out Islam,
Islam, I think that's something that would make Khabib want to come back.
yeah. Who do you think wins that fight between Chandler and Makhachev? Right? Hard to say.
That's really tough. I honestly, I might say Islam. I might say Islam.
I am the front runner on the Michael Chandler hype train, and I worry about that because every
I
skill
think
Chandler has,
Islam, dude.
Makhachev also has, but Makhachev has a gas tank on him for not that
Yeah,
Chandler will gas out for a couple rounds and get a second win. You can't do
yeah,
that against him. He'll fucking choke you. You
yeah.
know?
Exactly. You'll be on the ground on your back, and he will be on top of you.
Yeah, if you're fatigued for 30 seconds, you're getting subbed in that 30 seconds.
Yeah,
It's just how
it's there's no weakness with the guy. You know what I mean? It seems like there's no weakness with Islam. And
exactly.
just like,
So
dude, like his trickery when he comes to wrestling is par none. You know what I mean? He's outrageous with it. Just
he had
his
one
trips, his
takedown.
sweeps, his the way he's so clever with it. Touch the knee to get you down. Just random shit, dude. Just to be so like trippy.
Dude, he had one takedown. He shot for a low single, didn't get it. So he comes up into the clinch, goes for a knee tap, doesn't get it again. But now with that position, he's got one overhook or one underhook and one overhook. He takes his
Hmm.
inside leg, laces Dober's leg, and just trips him straight to the ground. It was
Yeah,
within a matter of 2 seconds, he changed through these 3 takedowns, each one with fucking phenomenal technique. It was
Yeah,
gorgeous. Man.
wild.
If you don't like grappling, you don't like fighting, dude. Get out of here because
Yeah,
that
no,
was
honestly.
grappling right there. Honestly,
Yeah,
like
that
you
was top level, man.
can't talk shit. If that bores you, then you get some problems, man. Start taking
In
some
in,
medicine.
in lightweight, dude, I it might be a bold statement, but I might say Islam's the best wrestler in lightweight right now.
Yeah, him and Chandler, and I think
Yeah,
Islam's got the edge on Chandler.
I do too. That's what I'm saying. I think
Chandler's
Chandler would be right behind him, but I think Islam's got that just a little
just a
bit
little bit,
more.
yeah. Because for all the takedowns that Chandler has, Islam has that, but he's also got the trips. It's a whole nother extra
Yeah,
layer.
which is like, and his trips are his go-to. You know what I mean?
Beautiful.
He's
They're
got
like
regular
four.
take. His takedowns are just his takedowns. Like his trips are his bread and butter. You watch his trips, you're like, oh my god, like wow, the
Exactly.
fuck, how did
As
he
soon
do
as he
that,
laces your
bro?
leg, you're touching your back to the ground. There's no
Yeah,
if and buts about it. If you can get back up, good for you. But you're going down. Like it's
yeah, I
happening.
know.
So great fight. Islam. Let's see what they give him next. I would love to see the Chandler fight, but who knows? Because
I would love
Chandler's
him against Oliveira, man.
Oliveira's not going to take that fight.
I know,
Oliveira's
but
looking at things.
I would love it. I would love it.
Yeah, Chandler. I think has to because he doesn't have to go for the fight, but if it gets sent to him, he definitely has to take it because his
Mhm.
only fight in the UFC is against Dan Hooker. So yeah, it does put him in that top 5 position, but you still have a lot to prove. So if a guy like
And
Islam's
also,
calling,
yeah, I think that's actually really perfectly set up, even because when you think about it, Chandler just came in from outside of the organization, got that top 5 position. Makachev has been out for what, a year? He was 2 years. He's been out. I
was
think.
he?
I think
I
a
don't know.
year and a half. A year and a half at least. I know he didn't compete all last year, so
I feel like we've talked about him on the show though, so he had to have
he
a
did.
fight within the last 8 months.
No, they said he didn't. He hadn't completed a ball of 2020.
Didn't he have a fight that got canceled? Is that what I'm thinking of?
Yeah, I think it was against Drew Dober. No, maybe it might have been against someone
Might have
else,
been.
but
I thought the Drew Dober one because I know that they
I
were
thought I thought
previously
because I thought
scheduled.
because I thought he got sick and then they rescheduled it because it was supposed to be earlier on this year.
Yeah, I feel like it was against someone else though. 'Cause I thought that they said that Drew Dober fight was initially scheduled in like 2016 and just got rescheduled or like years ago. So I don't know if that was the one, but I know he was set up to fight somebody and then it ended up getting pulled out of it.
Mm.
So I mean, we'll see. I want him to get a top 5 opponent next. It'd be crazy if it was Chandler. Let's go.
Yeah, because I mean, what Islam's number 13, so for him to jump from 13 to Michael Chandler, when Michael Chandler just jumped from not even being in the rankings to being, you know what I mean? I think it's a good deal.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah,
Islam needs a top 5 opponent. Chandler needs to prove that he's worthy of that top 5 spot. Let's fucking go.
yes, sir.
So we're gonna move on to something that really fucking upset me. What are your thoughts on the Aljamain Sterling fight?
Aljamain's a champion.
He is the champion, but what do you think of the
Simple.
fight? So let's just start off. What do you think of the fight?
He wasn't winning the fight.
Mm-mm.
I'll say that. He was losing the fight. I think give. I think if Yan had not illegally kneed him, I think he might have finished him within the next round
Mm-hmm.
because Aljo didn't look really sloppy. Honestly, it
Yeah,
sucks
he
to
just
say.
so Aljo came out there like he was on fucking crack cocaine and just
Yeah,
couldn't slow
way too
himself down.
fast. Yeah, he just I mean over committing to everything, just jumping around all over the place. You could
Mhm.
like see the jitters, you know what I mean? You could see that he had it.
Yeah, he.
And
So I think he caught wind of the Sandhagen interview with Rogan, where Sandhagen had said one of the things that threw me off with Aljo is the level of intensity that he just starts off with in the octagon, and I think he tried to force that a little bit too much. He didn't come out like he naturally does. He came out trying to be that guy that Sandhagen thinks he is, and that everyone knows he is. But
mhm.
one thing that surprised me a lot was Petr Yan's like strength, man. Like he was just throwing him around. It was
Wow.
gross.
Like yeah, like literally even like his like takedowns and shit that he was landing on Aljo were like wow.
Hmm I know one
Something that
time I think
that
Aljo
I
threw a
didn't
leg kick.
expect in the slightest.
I think Aljo threw a leg kick at one point, and Jan just grabbed it and just threw his leg up to the sky, and Aljo just went flying back. Like,
Yeah, I mean, like Aljo looked like he was getting tossed around in there.
yeah,
Literally, like he was like, it looked like you know what I mean. Like when you see like a staged WWE match and you see the guy go fucking flying
yeah.
backwards. You know what I mean? He gets
It
like
looked like he
hit
was
with
jumping
like
around
the
the weight
lightest
class.
punch, and that sucks. You know what I mean? I don't like to say that because I love Aljamain Sterling, man.
Hmm
I think he's one of the best in the bantamweight division, but I think
So
it wasn't his night, and then Jan made a serious mistake,
yes,
and it cost him his title
this is
hands
why I
down,
want to talk
and
about
he's
this.
not the champion anymore.
No. So this is why I want to talk about the fight before I talked about the illegal knee and the disqualification. You've seen a lot of people say, "Oh, Aljo should win an Oscar for his performance."
Are you
First of
kidding
all,
me? It shouldn't even be an option to continue fighting. Sorry.
I'm going to get into that. So, first of all, you want to say that he was fucking acting. You don't have to fight. Take a knee to the fucking
To the
head
head.
while you're on the ground and tell me how you feel if you want to go get
Yeah,
beat
no
up by a
shit.
fucking
A
champion.
hard one too. That wasn't
Yeah,
like a light
no,
knee just to
it was
send you. You know what I mean?
fucking perfectly. Dude, he had the tie plum on top of him, kneed him right in the forehead.
Wow, dude, right to the head, to
So
the side of the head too, to the temple.
if that was the only strike landed in the fight, I wouldn't want Aljo to continue. Aljo had just gotten beat up before that even happened. He was already concussed several times. He was already hurt. And then Petr
Yeah,
Yan does the shit. The referee had just said to him, he's downed, don't knee. And then Petr Yan looks at his corner. Apparently they say some shit, and he just fires the knee. Bro, you cannot be the champion and make that mistake. That's
I know.
that's a word I can't say. That is fucked up. You can't
I
do
know.
that, man.
Seriously,
I don't care
it's
what your
ridiculous.
corner
Dude,
said to you.
ridiculous.
His whole thing is that, oh, I was looking for the hand because the whole new rule, and the new rule doesn't really make sense to me. Let me explain to you
This,
what the new rule is. The old rule was 3 points of contact,
yeah,
not excluding your feet. So if you put both hands down, you're downed. Now the new rule is if you have one hand down, you're
yeah,
downed.
exactly.
It might be opposite, but this is what I'm getting at. It doesn't matter
No, it's. I
because,
think it's one hand down now is the rule.
well, this is why I'm saying it doesn't matter because forget his fucking hands. His knee was on the ground. That never changed. If your knee's on the ground, your hands don't
You're,
matter. Your hands can
yeah,
be
you're a
up here
grounded
doing
opponent.
this. You're grounded. And he
You
did it
don't knee them in
anyways.
the head. Yeah, you don't knee them in the head if they're grounded.
Yeah. So for people to be mad at Aljamain Sterling for not being able to continue, I think you all need to go get knocked the fuck out because it really,
Yeah,
like, I'm getting
seriously.
worked out. I'm really
It's
upset about
stupid.
this.
It's stupid. No, it's stupid. It's stupid.
Like,
And
how can someone get
I feel
fouled?
terrible for Aljo, man. I feel terrible for him, man, because he
I
has to
know.
walk around with the belt that he believes he didn't win.
Seriously, he was bawling his eyes out, dude. And
Yeah,
how fucked up is it of the commission to put him in this situation where he just got concussed and now you're going to stand over him looking at him. He's so embarrassed right now. And you're going to stand there just staring at him for 5 minutes like, hey, what do you think we should do? It
yeah. Which
shouldn't be.
and like, dude, Mark Smith is a legit referee too. That really shocked me. He should have stopped that immediately as soon as he got the knee to the head. There should have been no. You're done.
See,
As
here's
soon
what I'm
as you
saying.
saw Aljo not even be able to fucking focus, you know what I mean? As soon as you
Exactly.
saw him staring off into space like he had no idea what the hell was going on, he just got kneed in the temple, bro. What
I
are you
know,
doing?
dude.
What are
And
you even
here's
asking him what's going on? He's hurt. He's hurt. He's on the ground. He can't
exactly.
even stand.
Exactly. So here's the thing. If you're Mark Smith, the second Aljo tried to sit up, he fell back over. If
Yeah.
I'm
Are
Mark
you
Smith,
kidding me?
fight's over. It's done.
Done, done, done. Who
And
cares about the doctor? You need the doctor to come tell you that this kid's messed up? Look at him.
then not only that, the doctor came in and said, yeah, he's seeing double. He's hurt right now. And the ref said, okay, let's give him his time. He's on fucking national television and you're going to make him sit there embarrassed, fucking hurt
Yeah.
in front of millions of people and wait to see what he wants to do? He shouldn't have a say in it. And then Mark Smith is standing
Outrageous.
there looking at him. While he's doing that, there's 3 or 4 commission representatives around the octagon that at any time could have stood up and said, hey, I don't give a fuck what the ref's saying. Fight's over. We're the commission. We
Yeah.
hire the ref. We're in charge. Someone needed to step up. And instead they just sat there with this guy on camera, on pay-per-view, in front of millions of people in the most embarrassing moment of his life. I'm
Yeah, no
so
shit.
disgusted. And if you're a fan of the sport and you're talking shit about Aljamain Sterling right now, fuck you. You're not a fan of the sport. You're an
Yeah,
asshole.
you got no idea. You
I'm
got no
so
idea.
mad about this, dude. I'm so mad.
That's some casual ass shit, dude. Some
Yeah.
casual ass shit.
And people say
Even
that he
like
shouldn't have got the belt.
even like Strangle dude hopping on that shit on Instagram, man. I'm
I
like,
know.
yo, dude. I'm like, yo, seriously? You guys are a fan of this guy and you're gonna talk shit when you know what the hell's going on. You guys are fans, dude.
Yeah. And here's the thing too. Everyone's saying, "Well, okay, give him the disqualification, but you shouldn't take the belt from Yan." So what? Every champion who's losing a fight should just illegally knee somebody to get disqualified so they get to keep their belt? What are you talking about? Think
That doesn't
about it a
make any
little
sense
bit,
to me.
you know?
Yeah.
I'm so mad about this. Aljo deserves nothing but respect. Petr Yan needs to go back and learn the fucking rule set if he wants to be the champion. And I love Yan.
Yeah.
I don't want to be mad at him for this, but dude, fucking
I'm pretty mad at him about it, to be honest with you.
I'm upset with him, but my main anger is coming from the way the fans are treating Aljamain Sterling. He's the one who got fouled. It's not his fault.
Yeah.
It's disgusting, dude. It's fucking disgusting. So I don't
It's
want to sit here
stupid.
and yell anymore. We'll move on. My heart's literally
It's
fucking
embarrassing.
yeah, I'm really upset about it because I love Aljo and I have so much respect for anyone who steps in an octagon. So to see them have to go through such a traumatizing event like that, I'm not talking
Yeah.
about taking the knee. Imagine you're in the most embarrassed moment of your life and it's broadcast to millions of fucking people
You got
everywhere.
a camera in your face while you can't even see straight.
It's disgusting. So the UFC needs to fucking step up and do something about that because it really fucking pissed me off. Let's move on though. I just had to get that off my chest. I'm sorry, guys. I
I'm
I
happy. I'm
apologize for the
happy you did.
profanity. I swore
I'm
a lot.
happy
I'm
you
very
did.
sorry for that. Yeah. So let's move on. Amanda Nunes, baby, perfection in its prime.
I think she
Fucking
just
phenomenal.
officially closed out the 145-pound division. Give
She
a check
did.
mark
Did you
on
hear what
that.
happened to Megan? Did you hear what happened to Megan Anderson after?
Yeah, she
She's
got
a
cut.
free agent. Yeah.
Yeah, she got cut.
What the fuck? They still have one more fight scheduled at women's featherweight. It's Felicia Spencer versus somebody. I was hoping you'd jump in.
No, I don't.
But,
I don't know.
yeah,
Felicia Spencer doesn't do it for him. You know what I mean?
she's good, but I mean, when you're in the division of Amanda Nunes and you're not someone like Megan Anderson who stands out, it's hard for me to remember you. I'm sorry. I mean, obviously
Even
I
Megan
know her,
Anderson,
but
I think, is 2-2. You know what I mean? Megan Anderson isn't
is she?
like.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's like 2-2
did she
in the UFC.
she beat Holly or did she lose to Holly? I don't
I think
remember.
she lost to Holly. I think it was a close fight, but I think she lost to Holly. I'm pretty
I
sure she
feel
lost
like
to Holly.
we might be wrong, so maybe I edit this part out of the episode.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna look it up right now to
Yeah,
be
double
sure.
check on me because I'm not sure how that went. I don't remember. She lost to somebody, but it might not have been home. That's just the fight that I remember from Megan. I have such a bad memory, dude. I don't know how we report on this shit. Neither of us remembers anything that happened last week. So,
I
but
remember everything.
oh yeah, okay. So who's Felicia Spencer fighting then, Glenn? If you remember everything.
I didn't even know she was fighting anybody, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't hear about it, so I can't remember something I didn't know about.
You definitely heard about it because you follow everything on UFC on Instagram. So if I've seen
I
it,
heard
you've seen it.
I heard nothing.
I don't know. I don't know. Did you pull up the fight yet?
I'm pulling it up. I'm trying to find it.
It kind of looked like you forgot about it for a second there.
No, I'm looking.
All right. So yeah, Megan Anderson did claim that the
Yeah,
UFC.
Holly Holm defeated Megan Anderson.
Oh,
Sorry.
she did. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to double check because we don't need to be reporting misinformation here and look like assholes. We need to build our reputation, not fucking destroy it.
I told you, memory of an elephant right here.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, that was the fight. Amanda Nunes looked untouchable. Like
Dude,
rocked her several times, subbed her in 2 seconds when they got to the ground.
I was about to say, like, how long did the fight last? Less
I
than
think it was
3 minutes.
47 seconds or something like that. I think it was like
Yeah,
short.
yeah, dude, it
Enough
was
for me
pretty
to not
short. But
remember anything about it except for her getting fucked up. Like
yeah,
that was my biggest
exactly.
takeaway from the fight was, oh shit, Megan
She
got fucked
she
up.
rocked her twice, got her down to the ground, and then submitted her.
Yeah, that was
And
a
she like,
beautiful fucking
dude,
triangle
the
choke too.
takedown, yeah, the takedown she got on her too, where like Megan was like stiff legged. Do you see that? It looked like her
Yeah,
freaking leg must have broken. I was like, oh, it looked
but
like her
she
leg
got her.
went backwards like that. You know what I mean? Like, oh,
Dude, that inverted triangle, I didn't even see what was going on for a second. I thought that because Amanda was on her back, I thought Amanda was just kind of losing grip. And then all of a sudden, whoop, pulls her arm
I
back and
thought she
she's in
was
an
going for
inverted
an
triangle.
armbar. Yeah, I thought
Something
she
I
was
didn't
going
know
for an
what was going
armbar.
on, but then all of a sudden her fucking face is being choked out by Amanda's legs. And I'm like, oh shit, it's over. So
I
that
know.
was that. No more 145. It's
And I
gone.
love Megan Anderson too, which sucks.
I know. And she'll never ever be able to make 135 no matter what she does. So if
No,
they get rid of this division, she's
she's
gone.
huge, dude. She's huge.
Yeah. I mean, I say if they get rid of the division, she's gone. She already is.
She's already gone.
But she would at least have a chance of coming back if, say, she went and did something impressive. But if they scrap the
Yeah,
division, there's nothing for her. She can never make 135 no matter what she does. She can
she'll
cut
probably
off
go back.
all of her fuck.
She'll go back to Invicta.
Yeah. I mean, she should,
That's
too. I
exactly what
mean,
she'll do. She'll go back to Invicta, guaranteed. She'll go back
mhm.
to Invicta. Either that or maybe PFL.
PFL
Try
would
and
be
take
cool.
on Kayla Harrison.
Yeah. Ooh, good luck.
Yeah, I know.
That lady's a beast. I don't
Yeah,
know much
she
about
is.
her because it's hard for me to follow all of the different fight leagues, but I
She's a
have seen her and
beast,
she's
dude.
fucking insane. Yeah.
Like
I can't like name
you
what
don't have
she's
to
done
say
off
much
the top,
about her.
but
She's judo and jiu-jitsu and wrestling is like her
mhm,
thing. She's just gnarly and just mean and
absolutely.
strong as fuck.
So I know, dude, she's fucking ripped. She looks like fucking Husamar
Yeah, she's
Palhares,
big.
dude. She's a
She's
blonde
big,
Husamar
dude.
Palhares. So and I'm not saying that in a sexist way. She's a very pretty lady. I'm just saying she has a lot of muscle mass.
You gotta backtrack on that real quick,
Yeah, I don't
Donnie.
want to get canceled. I'm not saying she's ugly. I mean, I'm not
Cancel
super
culture,
attracted to her,
motherfucker.
but
You better watch what you say.
Yeah, for real. Worried about it. I was just trying to make a point, and then I realized what I said. So my dad's trying to tell me, okay, I'll be up there. Thank you. My dad's trying to get me to come up to dinner right now, and I told him we were doing a
Time,
podcast.
time for
We
bed.
are going a little bit long here, but
Almost
we only have one
almost an
fight to
hour
talk about
ago.
left. Yeah, so why don't you take it away with the Izzy fight? I know he's my favorite fighter, but he's yours too, so I'll let you have the reins here. He just slammed the door to
Israel.
try to. Hold on, my dad literally, as I just told him, hold on, I'm still doing this. He just slammed the door to try to make him pick up on the podcast like an asshole. Such a subtle little fucking fuck you. Like, why would he? No doubt, Dad. Like,
Uh,
anyways,
yeah, Israel Adesanya versus Jan Blachowicz. Dude. I mean, surprising to say the least. You know what I mean? I anticipated Jan was going to be strong. He's going to be a little bit slower than he actually was. You know what I mean? I anticipated that Israel was really going to be able to piece him apart and find holes in his game and withstand the takedown, like have strong deep takedown defense because he's withheld very strong takedown defense his entire MMA career. Was he like? I think like 90%
87%.
takedown defense, 87. Yeah. So I
Yeah,
mean that's
it was the highest at
insane
middleweight.
to be 21. Or he's 20 and 0 now. He's 20-1, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean to be 20-0 and barely get taken down in 20 fights, that's pretty wild. You know what I mean? You got to
Yeah.
have strong striking. So I expected that he was going to be able to do more against Jan, and Jan really came out and surprised everybody by taking more rounds than Izzy, really putting a stamp on his punches and having the speed and the accuracy and being a real technical fighter. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
think Jan really, I mean, he's always been technical, but not on like the Izzy kind of technical level. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he's a great fighter, but
Most of
he
his
relies
knockouts come when his
heavily on his
opponent's
power.
more open. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
most of his game plan is his power. You know what I mean? It's called Polish power. He's a
which
fucking beast.
surprisingly, that didn't seem to have much of an effect on Izzy.
I know. I
Jan
mean,
won
dude,
that fight off of skill, not off of power. He didn't
yeah,
rock Izzy
exactly.
once. Izzy took
No.
some shots and he was fine. He
Mm-hmm.
stayed in the pocket. Every time Izzy
Oh
got
yeah.
hit, he'd throw back. Like he wasn't
Yep.
trying to he wasn't trying to run away when he got hit. So that's a good
I,
sign.
I I did. I felt like Jan's punches were straighter than Izzy's. I felt like he gotten better flow than Izzy did. I feel like Izzy never really got in a full flow. He did like a couple times. I feel like in the earlier rounds, you could see that flow where he like felt good and he felt confident against Jan because I think Jan was really taking his time.
Yeah.
I think he was pacing himself, making sure that he was ready for the fourth and fifth round, and he really put a stamp on it in the fourth and fifth.
With those takedowns,
He,
yeah.
he unanimously won both those rounds, in my opinion.
How do you feel about the 10-8s though?
I,
That doesn't make any
I wouldn't have
sense.
given. Yeah, I
There's
wouldn't have
no
given
damage.
the 10-8s,
He won
but
the round, but it's not like he was ever close to being finished in either of those rounds. To me,
yeah,
that's what a 10-8 means is you were like on the brink of being put out of there several times. Even just
I think
one out of 10-8.
DC said it right. I mean, regardless of the score, it's the right guy won the fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But that's a problem though, because let's have a 3-round fight now, and one guy is given a 10-8 round, but he only won one round. Let's say he won the second round and they gave him a 10-8 when he didn't deserve it. Now that fight goes to a majority draw. That makes no sense. You know?
Yeah,
First, they wouldn't give anyone a 10-8. Now, the second you fucking grapple with anybody, because Habib blew up, first they didn't know how to judge grappling at all, and they wouldn't give you any credit for it. Now it's like if you fucking
dude.
grapple with the guy for 2 minutes, you dominated him.
Yeah,
You
I know.
you
You don't
have
even have to
one
land
position.
punches really. You land like three punches in 2 minutes, and you hold him down for the entire time, and you win.
Yeah, you got him into your world. You won, but you didn't fucking dominate the guy. It's hard for me to call that domination. It's just winning.
Yeah.
Winning and dominating are not the same thing, and people are throwing
Even
those
holding
terms around.
someone down on the ground, it's hard for me to consider that winning when you're just not really doing anything besides holding position.
Well, when that's all that's happened in the round, when you've been even on the striking and you get to the ground and you've held the position, yeah, you win the fight. Or at least you
Yeah,
win the round.
yeah.
To call it a 10-8 or to call it domination is fucking
No.
insane. But
I
here's
don't
what
know
I think
who's
happened.
calling it domination. I don't know anyone that's calling that fight
A lot of people
domination.
are. Izzy's got a lot of haters. Izzy's got a lot of hate.
Domination? Come
Yeah.
on. I mean,
It was
Izzy won it flat out 2 rounds of that fight,
yeah,
in my
2 rounds
opinion.
to 3 rounds. Far
And
from
then
domination.
I think that like Izzy he put up a good fight in the third round. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say that he was completely out of there. He got fucking destroyed in the third, fourth, or fifth.
No, I
He
gave Izzy
didn't.
the third
He
round.
didn't.
I
Yeah,
I thought Izzy
I
won
thought
first and third.
I think he won the first and second, and then third could have gone either way, but it went to Jan.
Yeah, so even we're not seeing it the same, but at least we didn't see fucking 10-8 rounds. Like,
No, not at
I don't know
all.
what that's about. But so obviously Izzy's not going to be fighting John Jones anytime soon. So John's going to have a field day with that.
I'm
On his
surprised he
own.
hasn't really said anything yet, dude. I'm
Oh, he
shocked he
has.
hasn't said anything. Has
Go
he? I
look
haven't
up what
seen
he said.
shit.
He's talked some shit. So it's funny actually because in the first round, John tweeted, "Oh, this fight actually is going to be fucking sick," talking about his fight with Izzy. And then
Yeah.
in the second round, I was like, "Oh, never mind." So yeah. So, but what I think happened because when I was watching it, until they started showing the numbers, I didn't realize it was as close it was because Izzy's very flashy, so it kind of draws your attention towards him. And I think the same thing happened in Izzy's own head. I think he thought, "I'm ahead here. It may be close, but I'm ahead." And then when they
Yeah,
showed us the numbers, I was like, "Yo, Yan landed that many strikes? Yan outstruck Izzy this round? I didn't even see that because Izzy
he did
draws
good,
your
man.
attention in, but Yan's
Yeah,
just he's fucking hitting him and he's hitting him with leg
dude,
kicks
he's
and
so slick, man. He's so slick with it.
So hopefully Jan starts getting the respect that he deserves. You know,
Absolutely.
I want to see Jan Blachowicz fight John Jones now. Before this, I never
Mm-hmm.
would see that. I was like, go ahead, move to heavyweight because I don't want to see you fight Jan. You'll fuck him up. Now I don't
That
know.
I wanted to see it the past couple fights after what Jan did to Dom. You know what I mean? Freaking Dominic Reyes.
I
I
have a little bit of a different opinion on that fight.
Yo, he beat the shit out of him, man.
I don't think so. So
Look at
he
fucking
landed.
Dom's ribs.
I know he landed some powerful body kicks on the legs or on the ribs, but Dom was outstriking him. He was fucking throwing up head kicks, and Jan was very much on the back foot. But then Dom, as a southpaw, I think he threw like a lead hook and left himself open, and then Jan just went over the top and cracked him and put him down. So he knocked
Mm-hmm.
him out. But honestly, if it continued the way that it was going, even with the damage on his ribs, Dom was way outlanding him. So that's what I'm saying. I didn't have super intrigue in this fight. I think the thing about Jan Blachowicz, however you want to say it, I think he fights to the level of his opponent. So
Mm-hmm.
him fighting such a technical striker brought that technicality out of him. And I think he
Yeah.
just needs to focus on what he did and make sure he continues doing that. Because if he
No,
fights
I
like
agree.
that,
I agree.
champion for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
So
I at this point I don't see many people beating him at light heavyweight.
no, John's gonna have to come back. And John can't tell everyone that he cleaned up the division anymore because there's a man standing there that he's never fought that looked like a fucking world beater.
That just beat what seemed was going to be one of John's biggest rivals. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, dude, everyone counted Jan out of that. He was like a 2-1 underdog, and everyone was talking about Izzy's next fight after becoming the double champ.
Yeah.
If you watched all the hype reels, the only time they mentioned Jan Blachowicz was to say that that's who Izzy was fighting. So
Yeah. No shit.
it was like an unspoken thing that Izzy was going to go in there and fuck him up. And if
And
you've
it
seen
didn't
what he did to
happen.
Costa and Whitaker, you'd believe it. I did. I
Yeah.
believed it. I
Exactly.
thought he was going to fuck him up.
Everyone believed. I also
Yeah.
did too.
But what I did gain from this is he's got a chin. No one's knocking him out at middleweight. I mean, maybe
Yes,
if they
sir.
get lucky. But dude, if he can go like that, and even in the first round, Jan shot for a takedown, and Izzy did stuff it. He was
Oh yeah.
deep. Jan had his hands clasped behind Izzy's butt, lifting him up, and Izzy was able to stay on his feet. He squatted down and pulled Jan back up. So I mean, obviously he couldn't continue to do that for 25 minutes. But if you can do that against a light heavyweight who weighs 225 pounds right now, these middleweights aren't going to do nothing to you, man.
I know.
So,
Seriously.
so I want to ask you two questions, both pretty much the same question. Who do you want to see Jan fight next, and who do you want to see Izzy fight next?
Izzy. I don't know at middleweight, man. You know what I mean? I think I would like to see him fight the winner of Vittori versus Till. You know, I think
And
that'd
Vittori
be
took a split decision. One judge had Vittori winning Israel Adesanya versus
yeah. That's
Vittori.
what I'm
So
saying. That's so I think that could be. I think that the second fight could be even more interesting. You know what I mean? Marvin's had a lot to learn since his loss to Izzy, which was early on in both of their careers, really.
yeah,
Like
exactly. I think it was Izzy's like third fight in the UFC or something
yeah,
like
and
that.
like Marvin probably hadn't been in that long either. Marvin's only what 25. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's young, and I love that kid because I'm a fellow Italian, like both of us. Kid's the
Yeah.
fucking man. He's a beast. He's fucking vicious. I love Marvin Vittori, so I'd love to
Speaking
see
of which,
that
I
fight.
love
Or
all the talk shit, the shit talking between Till and Vittori. You know what I mean? Where
yeah,
Marvin calls him out, and then freaking, or he's like, "Why haven't you posted any memes about me?" And then Marvin posts Till posts a picture of like Marvin with like a freaking like one of the Hills Have Eyes freaking
Yeah, he's like, "You ugly
incest
cunt."
kids.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go, you big ugly cunt.
Yeah. So Darren Till's fucking something else. He's a total personality. I love that kid. So that's
Absolutely,
gonna be
man.
sick. Who do you want Jan to fight though?
Yan, I mean Glover. It's Glover. It already is Glover, and I would like to see
Yeah,
that.
has to be.
I think
I
Glover
agree with you.
deserves it. He's a beast, dude. Glover's the
He
man,
weighed in.
and
He was
he
he
ain't
was the
gonna.
backup.
Yeah, exactly. And he ain't gonna have that many more shots for a freaking title shot.
No, but unfortunately, here's the thing: if you're the UFC, you got to look at it like this. Let's say Glover does get the title shot. Glover does win against Jan. Glover's in his 40s, man. He's just gonna vacate the title. I mean, maybe he'll have one title defense. He might win. He might lose. But then what? Then the division. The champion just beat the guy that's number one contender, being Jan. Let's say that this fight does happen, he does win. If he beats Jan and then leaves, then everyone's just going to do the same thing they did with the John Jones title when John left and be like, "Oh, well, you're just a paper champion. You're only champ because fucking Glover got old." So it's kind of a lose-lose if they put Glover in there.
We'll see, man. I think Glover still got some fire in him and still could do some great
Oh
shit,
yeah,
but
dude, I'm
who
talking about him
knows?
like
You know
he's
what I
going
mean?
to win. So he definitely
Yeah,
could. I'm just
yeah.
saying, as far as the UFC's long-term plan goes, that kind of puts a big fucking horseshoe in it.
Well, only time will tell, man. Really.
Mm-hmm. So I think that's going to wrap it up for M.M.I.T.B episode 15. As always, like
Yeah,
and subscribe, leave some comments, tell us that you love us, even if you don't. All right.
definitely.
Anything to say, Glenn, before we sign off?
No, basically you wrapped it up for us, man. Just like and subscribe. We appreciate all of you. Thank you guys for watching. If you made it an hour into this episode, then you're a real fucking champion.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, we love you and thank you.
All right, man. Well, always good to talk to you. I'll probably see you tomorrow. Let me know what you
Yes,
think of
sir.
Tom Pagliarilla's fight. Ooh, fuck. It's 20 minutes from now. All right, we got
Oh
to
yeah.
get going.
Yeah.
So,
Bye
all right.
bye, everyone.
Peace out.